Good morning. A gentle introduction into the internationals yesterday and a nice, simple profit on the evening. Readable enough last night, but it's all about finding the value. Turkey, Romania, Arda Güler, I think his name is. What a class act. If they're heading to the World Cup, you might want to stick Arda Güler in your player of the tournament if Turkey go deep. What a player. And the Owen Hargreaves lookalike up front complemented him very well for this exciting Turkish side. You could have laid the draw second half. Czech Republic and Ireland, gutted. Gutted from Guernsey and gutted from County Cork, where my mum comes from. A 0-2 lead for Ireland in retrospect was the angle in to lay. They're not back to their usual 0-0, trying to nick a 1-0. They do have goals in the locker, and this is bitterly disappointing for the Irish. Czech Republic through after penalties. 0-2 lead. 10-man defence. Off we go. Denmark and North Macedonia 0-0 at half-time. The only real value to be had here. Rather than increasing your liability and laying the draw, that would still work. If you are happy laying the draw at something like 4.75 at half time, by all means do, because you're looking at a later back trade. Denmark score, the odds are going to go double figures. I gave you a potential correct score win to 0 starting at 2-0. So if you looked into that, the highest you can go at Betfair is any other home score, which is 4-0. So you've got three options. You've got the 2-0, 3-0 and 4-0. You could use Fairbot to juggle the profit figures around. Say you break even on 2-0, for example, and looking to get a bigger reward. This is spot on with the odds. Italy, talk about nervous, tense. Well, they made it. They got that second goal. At 1-0, Northern Irish would always be in with a shout. So a good result there for the Italians, and again, possibility, I think, of laying the draw second half. Hopefully give you the goal times. Yeah, 56th and 80th minute goals. So laying the draw second half there. Draw odds would have been shorter than Turkey's. This was beautiful. Poland and Albania, talk about 80 quid for a £40 liability. That's beautiful. The draw was always in play. Now, if you think about it, Albania, 3 recent 1-0 wins, take the lead. Now, that infers that they're pretty defensively sound. So, going match odds, bit of a risk, but job done for the Poles. I wonder who got the goals. Robert Lewandowski to start off with, and Piotr Zielinski for a 73rd minute winner. Fantastic stuff. Albania, well, trying their best, but they just couldn't add to that very one-dimensional 1-0 habit that they have. Slovakia and Kosovo, arguably, you could have laid the Desmond 3-3. Well, I'm quite happy with just that Polish play yesterday, taking 80 quid out of the market. Delighted with that. So we had a 1-0 to a 1-1 to 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, 2-4, 3-4. So the 2-2 and the 47th minute, you could have arguably laid that Desmond 2-2 there. Well done to Sweden. Not renowned for their ultra goal scoring, and a bit gutted for the Welsh who took the lead yesterday. Disappointing they couldn't hold on. Was it Edin Dzeko? Was he the cause of their problem? Bosnia later score. Edin Dzeko indeed, 86 minutes. He's nearly as old as Joe Biden, Edin Dzeko. Oh, what a way to go out. 4 minutes to go. And missing it on penalties as well. Gibraltar and Latvia arguably could have laid the draw second half, but if you're dealing with trusting 120th plus in the world, good luck to you. Similar story, Malta and Luxembourg, although this arguably could have been on Malta's side, Luxembourg's side all day long, putting together some excellent results. Euro under-21 suffer from a lack of liquidity, which was a pity yesterday. The Irish did equalise against Moldova, but they've got a very poor profile. I did play Germany under-20s yesterday. I don't know if that's even available here. But they came from behind to get the win at 1.39. Very, very illiquid, so it's not worth me passing on to you. It's the kind that will tolerate one person, but a whole heap of people piling in to an illiquid market is going to skew the market completely. So a pretty good day yesterday. So let's have a look at today's trading angles. Under 21's Euro qualification, we know it's competitive football. Initial port of call is these shorties. They can offer you a correct score, win to nil shot if you'd like. Greece under 21's 1.01 or unbackable, literally. Got to be laid at those odds. You just never know. So lots and lots of shorties equal lots and lots of goals. Those of you who fancy an accumulator might want to draw up those under 1.1 and a back over 3.5 goals accumulator perhaps. Could offer us a trade or two this evening. We will see. I've got the exciting time of making multiple photocopies for my visa. Wonderful stuff. Irish First Division. Well, an initial look at the league, but there's only 5 games played, so it's not going to offer us much. Too early to research. Bray against Kerry. Kerry have conceded 2 goals twice away. All draws, but score draws for them as well. So they've been far more competitive, Kerry, this season. Cork against Athlone. Win-win-win, draw win-win against the top and top early on. 3 of the wins though were 1-0. So defensively sound. 3 consecutive 0-0s at half-time for Athlone. So just keep an eye on that one. That looks a more readable play, doesn't it, Cork and Athlone? UCD and Co-Bramblers, 2.39 a favourite. Easy to leave this one alone, isn't it? Far too early in the season. Not enough form and 2.39. It's the recipe for disaster. Wexford against Treaty United. Win, loss, draw, 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 loss. Recently for Wexford, loss, 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 draw, draw, win for Treaty United. Scoring 2 goals in each of the last 3. 5 matches for the goal, 60th minute plus. So second half goals for Wexford. Possibilities. Scottish Championship, Partick Thistle, second in the league, playing a Ross County of second bottom, which is awful for a newly relegated side. Failed to score against the top 3 away. It looks a fairly comfortable evening for Partick if they can get rid of those home 0-0s. Raith Rovers and Ayr, 5 points above the relegation, 5 points shy of the top 4 for Ayr. No appeal. Raith are beating and losing to second at home, third at home, fourth at home. So how on earth do we decipher them today? I.e. these teams meet each other multiple occasions. If you're winning against one side at home and then losing to the same side at home, which is the real Raith? Therein is the conundrum. Cordoba and Mirandes. Cordoba already got an interest. 6 consecutive defeats set to end today, says the market. No draw in 13. 100% wins at home against 17th and lower. All wins home and away against 19th and lower. No draw in 5 and 6 away for Old Mirandes. Conceded in the last 14. It looks the more clear cut of the fixtures today. That one. Tentative eye on Partick Thistle with automatic promotion in their sights. Looking at the readability of the Cork match, I think that would have stood out for me as well as the most readable Irish match today. And that's it. We still have tennis. So let me just talk to you about the tennis. I might see you this evening. I normally take a day off because I work on Saturdays. Plenty of league research done for you on Saturday with English League 1, English League 2. I've done every single match for you. But let's have a look at, while I'm here, let's have a look at Tennis 24 and why this is your one-stop shop, really, for tennis trading. You can do all your tennis trading from this one website. 1, live scores. 2, you've got the pre-match odds in front of the live scores. It's important for me as a trader to know who the market fancied. That way, I can have an idea and try to figure out why the market fancied them, and then whether, as their odds increase, if they're struggling, they can get out of jail. So the first port of call in a match like this, or one of these matches, would be to click on the 2 players. Now, this is my basic research in Tennis 24. You can go as deep as you like into into tennis research, or you can do the basics, i.e. trade the odds. It's here now. We've got 22nd in the world against 31st in the world. That is troubling for me because the rankings are very, very tight indeed. Add to the fact this is a semi-final as well. They're far too tough, far too tight, these two. Solid 6-5 record in semi-finals, so very decent. Lehecka has won 9 of his 13 matches against lower ranked players in 2026. That's the kind of angle you look at, isn't it? Arthur Fils is 1 win away from becoming the first French player since Sébastien Grosjean to reach Miami Masters. So he's got a bit of history on his side, Arthur Fils. He's unbeaten against a non-top 10 player this season, winning all 12. So this is an intriguing match. You would have gone for Lehecka on this. But then Fils winning all 12 matches. So for me, it's not a match I can trust the leader, the odds leader, Lehecka. It's a match 1.62. I would consider laying Lehecka if he wins the first set. Sorry, laying Fils if he wins the first set. It's a difficult one to unpack, isn't it? Zverev and Sinner. This kind of a tennis match, you've already got a top 4 world clash. So for me, 1.13 is ridiculously short with that in mind. There can't be that much of a discrepancy in a top 4 match. So initially, Jannik Sinner's odds look layable right at the beginning, don't they? Right at the beginning. He's winning 2-0. Zverev is winning 2-0 in 3 of his last 4. I can't see why there is such an odds discrepancy. Maybe the summarizer can find us something. So you go back and have a look. So it's a lot like football. Tennis for me, my initial port of call is the pre-match odds, because that's automatically giving you an angle. We don't have a preview here just yet, or do we? So it's an incredibly difficult match to unpack, this one. The value would be in laying Jannik Sinner, particularly if he wins the first set. We don't have the preview available at the moment. And once the tennis begins, the live scores will arrive, and you can marry the live scores with the pre-match odds. You see the importance of this. Look, we've got an outsider winning the first set and a tiebreaker. Now we know that the team from Japan are the favourite, and they only lost via a tiebreaker. That could be an opportunity to lay Boulet and Niklas Salman winning the first set. That's the kind of simplicity you can make your trading. You can make it as easy or as difficult as you'd like. So these are the main factors. And don't forget, with tennis, you get live scores. So let's have a look at Hilary Dart, who we know very well. You get scores summarised, or you get them point by point. Point by point is very interesting for me. So we've got an initial look at the rankings doesn't greatly appeal trusting this lot, does it? It's like playing Gibraltar at 220 plus in the FIFA rankings. Can you really trust them? We normally get a summary, but we're not getting one on this occasion, so I can't show you that. The summary would just take you through the breakpoints generated, etc. One last thing about Tennis 24 for you possible tennis trading interests would be to go and retrospectively trade. What do I mean? Well, just ask yourself a question. What would I have done in this particular circumstance? 1.73 away favourite, losing first set in a tiebreaker. Possibility to lay Taro Paul. Just scraping through. And indeed, Feast, as you can see, he's got through to the final. And talk about a battle. 2 consecutive tiebreakers. So you could have got a later back trade here. Yannick Sinner 1.03, got to be laid at the off. There's absolutely no point entertaining any other backing. Lay him at the off and just hope that as a human being, he may have a muscle injury or something that will get those odds moving upwards. 1.3 favourite against Zverev, 6-1, 6-2. So that's your expectation, isn't it? So do retrospective trading if you can. It costs you nothing. Absolutely nothing. And you can start working that grey matter of yours. There's Zverev against Quentin Halys. Had Halys won the tiebreaker, that would have been an excellent angle in. 1.3 favourite again. Had Landaluce won the tiebreaker, that would have been an excellent angle in. So we're ever so close to a couple of possible trades there. In the ladies' game, I do find it a lot more difficult, the ladies' game, because they've got awful service stats, both of them. But we've got a 6-2 for the 2.75 outsider. That's my angle in. I would check, in a match like this, I would check how the short price favourite has performed, and indeed whether the short price favourite has been generating the stats. So the short price favourite is Rybakina. So in the first set, she would have been in a spot of bother, but generating break points, well, she only generated the 1. So it was a deserved Piccola first set, wasn't it? 2 converted out of 5 generated. Pretty good going. If you want to look in depth at Rybakina, was she competitive in her service games? We can go to set 1. Your focus will be on the Pegula serve, which is this one here. Far too comfortable. 0.40. That's more like it from Rybakina. Not Rybakina. Yeah, Rybakina. That's more like it. Generated a break point as well. The sole break point she generated. But this is far too comfortable. 0.40 again. And then 30-40. Set point. The Rybakina serve. Well, was it faulty? Indeed it was. I would ask you to read how many times A40 appears, advantage appears. 1. Here. 2. 3. 4. It's not very good. Now she's suddenly realising she's in a spot of bother and tightens that up. Look. And then she's back to being pressured on her service game. So it's the first 2 matches which cost her dear. All 5 break points from Pegula generated in those first 2 service games of Rybakina. So that's where she did the damage. Good reaction second set from Rybakina. And you can see in the summary, did she increase and convert her break points? Well, look at that. Break points converted, 1 out of 2. And still Pegula, a real thorn in the side with 4 break points. 4 break points generated, none converted on this occasion. So that was the big, big difference. A real battling performance from Rybakina's second set. So it's a really good story, isn't it? The turnaround in breakpoints saved, and indeed a modest breakpoints generated, just the 2, but more importantly, getting the 1 back. Up to 70% first serve points won. That's crucial, isn't it? Compare that to the first set, 56% fast improvement. Now, it would be great if there was some in-place software which could spot this for you. Well, I'm running out of time now, 20 minutes yabbering on, but I hope this just piques your interest with the tennis. I hope that you're a smart cookies out there. I'm sure you can apply football principles to tennis. Have a great day. Normally my day off, but if I can eke out something like that, it's well worth me staying up for. Real money, straight into my bank account. It's going to pay for a nice frappe cafe at the Springfield in Chatham, overlooking the beautiful Thai beach with a beautiful wind. That's what £79.75 can get you. It's not that expensive. This isn't London. About £2 for a coffee. Perfect. Have a great day. I might see you later on if I can yield something out of tonight's football. There were a couple of matches which did catch my attention. Have a great day.